I thought it was a really good opener for us. A lot of respect, Coach Pribble. I think he's going to do a good job over there, and Coach Shaw and him have a history when competing in the GNAC, and didn't have a lot of film on him, but we had to guard stuff that was going to be hard, off 5 out, stuff like that. But we were able to establish what we've been talking about is trying to establish the inside game, and with Oscar, Ruben, and Isaac. I think they drew 14 fouls, and we're still not super comfortable in playing that way, or it just takes time. But I thought we did some really good things, and we were good on the glass, and that's what it looks like when you got the advantage there. We got to take advantage of that. It's hard to chase little guys around when you got those big guys, but and it was really just to really think about it. But it was just because I've been watching it for couple months, to just get Miles out there was awesome, and for anyone that's been following his story, and then he's a good player, so just enjoy him, and it'll be fun.
Coach, would you believe me if I told you that was a career high in 2s for Andre?
He only got 2 that got smacked off the glass. It might have been.
5
he got
twos.
on there. He got 5 2s?
5 2s. That's the most he's ever had.
You know what? He did a good job. The lefty layup, he got a transition one. I'm out of gas after that. But all I remember is when Miles shuffled a nice pass, and the guy just spiked it off the backboard. But no, he really – I didn't even mention him, but Andre was he's part of that front line too. He gives us a big 3-man that really get on the glass and puts pressure, and he was just really aggressive and confident, which is so nice to see in the as a college basketball player staying 4 years and getting a start like that as our captain. He played like one.
Just really kind of speaking directly to the attack in the rim, it's not something we've really seen from him, and there's been injuries. I mean, is that just kind of a result for the first time maybe ever he's had like a close to a full offseason? It was close to being able to get healthy?
No, I think it's healthy, and I also think it's funny because we'll play of those 2 big guys and they're rooting out all the time, and you're trying to keep the ball out of there, and you're changing the way you're guarding that. You'll be shading the angles on the ball, and there's some driving lanes there too that Miles and him took advantage of. Just kind of, they're just worried about trying to front the post, and it wears you down. So, but I think healthy. He really hasn't got hurt his freshman year, but in the league that sat him out for 6 months, was carried over into his sophomore year, and then his junior year he had the turf toe, which he pretty much had to battle the whole year, and it's good to see.
Is Ruben not allowed to shoot 3s?
You know what? We haven't really discussed it, and he's fired those up in practice. But I was just really proud of him that he held that in. And then when we sing our song at the end of the day, it says, "Coach always says, pull that 3." And I said, "Ruben, good decision." He's not quite there. I'm going to make a rule: if it gets his foul shooting up to 80%, he can shoot 3s. That is the deal I'm going to cut with him. So I'm publicly mentioned that. So he can shoot a 3, and he starts shooting 80 from the line.
What do you think of Joseph getting a stop with one shoe in his hand?
That's impressive. Impressive. He made a nice play at the end of the half, too, with 4.6 seconds. And, Joseph, he's been great for us, too. And he was probably one guy that he struggled a little defensively, but I think it might have been jitters, too. But you can see, I think we have a lot of depth, guys coming off the bench. And he's just a tough nut that's been in a lot of situations, and the more comfortable we get, the better everyone's going to get.
For Miles to make his college debut after those 2 years off, obviously, did he tell me this kind of what emotionally kind of where he was, leading up to this one?
You know what? I was expecting to be maybe a little more, but he's been a little more emotional. And I would, like I said, I don't know if I told someone, I said, if he has 8 turnovers tomorrow, would I be shocked? No. But because he could be, who knows how you're going to react after 2 years without playing, what he went through last year. Handled in stride. He was a little emotional in the locker room afterwards, but not much. He's been playing well in the 2 scrimmages. He had a couple ups and downs today, but he was overall very good. And you can see, I think we'll go as he goes. All right, and it's not a huge expectation. I think he was really good, like the last 8 minutes defensively. He really helped, and we needed that. And he hit Oscar on a roll. He hit Jay for a big 3. And you can see that he can make some of those plays. Got to the rim.
What do you think of your defense tonight overall?
Okay, it was tough cover. We don't guard anything like that really, where the 4s and 5s are spreading us out. So, but Ruben was good. Like he give you 3 great minutes, and then he's got a little telly. And he missed about a month of practice, so he's good in shape. So I think that's what we learned a little bit. Like, all right, let's keep him fresh. Oscar was a little jittery, but he got in there. And teams are going to attack that ball screen with their fives because they're big, but also we gloved it up at the rim. I mean, they had tough time finishing over Ruben. I don't know how many blocks we had. What do we have as a team? 6, solid. And Isaac can usually get some. He didn't have any tonight, but so I think that was pretty good. And on the ball, like I said, Miles was good there. We're pretty solid everywhere else. Put him on the line too much, though. To be honest, that's true.
It's obviously about as early in the season as it could possibly be, but we saw a bunch of different lineups tonight. How many of those are sort of how much of what happened tonight, rotation-wise, would you say is something that's going to, hopefully be carried out?
Yeah, it's too early to tell, but I felt like because we're not totally comfortable. I thought Kamani really gave us a nice lift because he kind of plays point guard. He plays point guard for us and he'll guard the 4 because we've got little guys out there. So his versatility defensively, he made some nice plays there. And he's probably our best passer too. So him doing that, Isaiah he'd been sick, and he gave us good 10 minutes. He had 2 threes, I think, and we're +8 with him out there. I think his quickness and his ability to shoot the ball really help us. And then Jay, his role's a little different, but he's kind of a veteran too, and he's going to get comfortable in that. And he had a big 3 for us. I think that'll help lift his confidence and just been a good leader. And it's about team. And this group will embrace that. And some nights going to be one guy and it might be another guy the next.
There's a lot of first games of the season where, there'll be some sort of statistical anomaly that everyone will point at and say, this is going to happen this year, and, this is how we're going to be. And then a lot of the time teams end up not, maintaining that. How are you going to take sort of what happened tonight, the good defense, the good shooting, all that? What's sort of the plan to take that into the preseason and the regular season?
I think with our lineup, we should defend the 2 well. And they stretched us out a little bit. Whether were they from 13 to 27, that's too good. They finished better than we would like. We guarded the 3 well, but we were good. The rebounding should be something. I don't know. We're not good. I don't know if we'll get it like that every night, but it should be something that you got to account for. So I just know on the scout you're going to spend time preparing. We got to keep these guys off the glass. So that's going to take up 20, 30 minutes of practice, whatever, and it needs to be something that we have enough depth that we can commit to keep putting pressure on the rim.
Statistically, the shooting got a lot better in the second half, but still I'm just curious what your kind of reaction was with the free throw shooting. It seemed like the second half, just the 38% and then the 51% overall. Just your thoughts on that. Obviously early, but
that little emoji with the green with the puke coming out. That's what's in my mind right now. That was Coach Shaw won't sleep tonight. I'll fire a few of those emojis to him just to keep him ready, but. That's the big guys. That's going to be their bread and butter. They got to get, like I said, Ruben's allowed to shoot that 3 when he gets to 80% from the line. I feel safe, but if you shoot 80% from the line, go ahead and let it rip. He's made a few in practice too. To be honest, he'll be there in time. To be honest, he's such a motivated guy, and he's so new to the game, a little bit like Muhammad, that he will be able to shoot those in time.
Coach, it was the 278th Battle of the Palouse, and I know you guys missed it last year, and we've seen the Cougs-Zags rivalry kind of fizzle out, and then some stuff with, conference realignment, blah. Anyways, how important is it to keep this rivalry going?
I think it's great. It just depends with the league situation. A little bit of what discontinued was just we had some crazy rules by a league that maybe didn't have the right ideas on what to do. Scheduling, I don't know, but no, I think it'll be important to probably keep this guys in the region. I mean, we just don't know. Let me know what happens when this thing gets cleared up with what our conference situation looks like. But I don't like to travel too far to play games.
Kyle, Prairie View A&M got you guys last year. What needs to happen between now and Friday from what you saw tonight?
Just keep. We got to keep improving. I think we've gotten better in each. With our first scrimmage, we had really good 20 minutes. Second scrimmage was 28 minutes. Tonight, I think we were pretty good, 32 minutes, 33 minutes. So, just building on what we've done. It's this non-conference. Just keep getting better. I'm not, folks. Obviously, they beat us. Our guys should be motivated, but you should be motivated every game, and it's trying to stay at even keel. We should be all right.
Kyle, you finally got to play a game now. Can you take more out of this than a practice, a scrimmage, and as you now go into starting to play games in that process?
Absolutely. I just think every, in front of a crowd, it matters that guys are pretty consistent how they perform. It wasn't one guy like, now there's a crowd, he's not bad. I think those guys are pretty consistent in how they played, and I think Joseph will be even better. I mean, he's played he's used to playing in front of 18,000 every night. I just think we'll get to know each other better. There's a lot of guys that are getting to feel that, but the more they can trust one another and what they're doing, it's going to be good results for us.
And Coach, just one more on Miles, seeing everything he's been through, you've watched him all summer and getting to the season, to see him finally be in a game, he was running crazy out there, just super fast and everything. What were your emotions when you were able to see him do his thing after all this time, and you've seen him go through everything?
You know what? I've been meeting with him every week, him and Joe, just trying to, because I think they're going to be important to us, and a little bit of his, using Joe's maturity and Miles just trying to do that. And I told him about 6 months ago, so you can get your first bucket, I'm going to call timeout. And then he's been our leading scorer in the 2 scrimmages or whatever. Not that I don't know if he will do that. And I said, you know what? We don't need to patronize that moment. You're fine. You're going to score a lot of baskets. Let's just play on. He's just been, I said, it's just not making it as big a deal. And I wasn't as motivated. More like when we got to practice, and he's just had such a awesome, inspiring attitude for everybody. And he doesn't feel sorry for himself. And he really was unbelievable how he handled it last year, and how it's just kind of, he is who he is, and it's great just to coach him. And there was a moment where I said, I did say, hey, look, kid gloves are off. I don't care what happens. I know your health thing, but I coach you hard, because you understand, you were like, I got to hold you accountable. You haven't been held accountable for a year. Just everyone's like, hey man, you just get healthy, and now it's like doing that. So not as emotional as I thought it would be. Let's put it that way. Long answer.